In this lesson, we will work with the cross-section symbol. By default, it might look a little different than your local drawing standards of construction documentation. We will try to simplify it a little bit. Again, I usually start this kind of work by analyzing how it works in the project. So I'm moving on to the type editing. We can see that here nested is section tag. I open another window and find definitions for sections symbols, section head and section tail. We will have the same symbol for both of them, so I can mark the name, copy it, and find it in project browser. Right click, edit, and you can see that this type of description simply consists of lines, some filled regions, and labels. Let's read the category of this family. This is section mark, and choosing a new family, annotation catalog, you can see that I have such template dedicated to section head, so I don't have to go through generic annotation template like I did in the previous lessons. So since I have this template here, I will just open it, and you can see that we have some additional information here. There is a circle, we have additional reference planes and information that the intersection of the horizontal and right plane defines the point of connection with the cross-sectional line. So if I would look at it in the project, in the floor plan, then that point is defined by the very intersection of these two planes. And you can see that they are pinned, so I can't even move them. In addition, some lines are drawn in this template, but they are not essential, so I can remove them from my design. I will remove these two. I choose create lines and draw an hour. I'm deleting this node, and again, I save it under a separate file. What I miss in this family is some elements of labels. So I select create label, and from this list I can, based on the sheet name, sheet number, or just simply view name, which I will use. As a sample value, let's enter letter A. I will load this family into the project. I'm going through the standard path again of duplicating a section, giving it a new name. Of course, remember to keep the naming convention organized. For this purpose, in my case, I add just my company prefix. We duplicate this symbol definition too. And now from the list, I choose my new family type. The section is based on the name of this view, so I will change it quickly. Section 1, let's rename it and give it an A value, and let's see what else could be fixed here. You see that on one side it looks more or less okay, but on the other one it's pushed back. So what I would have to do is actually move it inside between these two reference planes. On the other hand, if we now look at a vertical section, here this text is completely falling apart. We will fix that right away too, just change the name to B. And inside the edit of this family, we have a certain setting which we find under family category and parameters, which is rotate text with component. Let's activate this option, which is inactive by default, and let's see if it solves the problem. It looks much better now, and you can see that sometimes such small settings can change a lot later in the project. If you would like these lines to be bolded, I would have to create a separate line style. Under the category of lines in the Manage Object Styles tab, I select New Subcategory. I will call it Broad Lines, Wide Lines. I change the thickness and move the existing lines into new style. Load back into the project, override, and when I have active mode of showing thick lines, then the thickness of course will be visible. If you would like to be a perfectionist when it comes to this type of annotations, and for example this letter B annoys you that that is horizontal instead of vertical, we could also achieve such results, but in this case we would have to play with the visibility settings of such tag. So yes, I would really have to copy this label, paste it in the same place. Let's switch the sample value to B, so when they overlap we will see both of them. So we have one under the other description, and now I set the visibility. Name the first one, for example, vertical. And the one underneath, let's call it horizontal. And now I would rotate it by 90 degrees. Now we have one vertical and the other horizontal. I would have to create two types. Mutually exclusive in terms of visibility. One is horizontal and the second one is for vertical. And let's test it in the project. Okay, you see, now I would also have to create two types inside this project. Here I will name first one section type as horizontal. Remember to duplicate all these objects. And in this way, I have two cross-section family types. I'm now free to draw any of them, jumping between vertical and horizontal type. And this way solve this type of problem. As for the definition of the section line style itself, for those people who do not know, I remind you that you can do it under Manage Object Styles in the Annotations Sections subcategory. We have category called Section Line, which is now solid, so I will switch it to dashed. And we can increase also the line thickness of such line from default 1 to, for example, I don't know, 3. And this way we can take care of the proper presentation of the section.